The Insano brothers teleport to Earth, giving McCloud a sudden PMS cramp, and he stops the car just as they attack.
Who are they?
I don't know. The Cloud.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Conquerors of Zeist! Seriously, how bad does your rebellion suck if you lose to these guys?
The Cloud. Get in there! Don't make a sound!
In here?
Hey, that's a pretty good idea, but maybe you ought to try hiding her someplace when the maniacs aren't looking directly at you.
McCloud!
Damn! The 70-year-old man with a bad hip jogging slowly away without any form of cover is impossible to hit! Okay, so why didn't the goons just shoot the car and kill McCloud while he was still in it? They had to do their little kung fu dance first? This movie could be over already! Instead, these two clowns are completely unable to subdue a septuagenarian with a pipe, even though they have armor, guns, and swords. McCloud somehow outfights the first guy and rolls him under a trolley, which squishes his head off, and whenever that happens, things explode, because aliens explode when you kill them. They explode a lot. And for some reason, the rejuvenating power of the magic lightning allows him and his clothing to withstand a direct hit to the face by an exploding fuel tanker with lips painted on it. Oh, come on! Even Bugs Bunny would have to sit down for a minute after a shot like that. Oh, and he's young again, because the Quickening does that. Huh? So the gun can utterly destroy a police car, but only mildly annoys McCloud. Oh, and they have jetpacks too. Did I mention that? McCloud jumps on the other guy's hoverboard, somehow mastering it in seconds. Change! You got change! Oh, God! Come on, help the guy out! Come on! McCloud tries to hook this guy up with some free cable, and, well, he blows a fuse. Did General Katana really think this was going to work? Why did he hire these two? And remember, this was Plan A. I'd hate to see the B Squad.
I guess if you want something done, you have to do it yourself.
Isn't Katana a general, implying that he has command of, you know, an army? Or were those two guys it? And if he sent McCloud to Earth 500 years ago to be immortal, why is Katana on Zeist exactly the same age 500 years later? You are made of stupid! Now that McCloud's young again, Luis immediately jumps his bones. And yeah, not only is this really gross, I'm officially calling slut on this one. They've known each other a grand total of 3 minutes! Oh, but I forgot something. During the boomgasm, McCloud calls out Ramirez's name. Ramirez! And this, for reasons that will forever baffle me, causes him to appear in Scotland on the stage of Hamlet. This is naturally confusing to all involved, since Ramirez was pretty decisively made to be considerably shorter in the first movie, and this power is never used or mentioned ever again.
Here hung those lips that I have kissed I know not how oft.
Sir, whatever you gentlemen felt for each other when your friend was still alive is certainly none of my affair.
What's your fucking game, shithead?
Shithead? What's a shithead?
Look this movie up on IMDb. I'll show you about 100 of them. Meanwhile, General Katana teleports to Earth, crashing into a subway train. I guess teleporting is a suicidal, insane way to travel that will slam you into the ground at 300 miles an hour.
This sure doesn't look like Kansas, does it?
Kansas? Do they have the Wizard of Oz on Zeist? Can you actually picture General Katana sitting on a couch watching the Wizard of Oz?
Yes, that's what I need to defeat McCloud. Flying monkeys! You two, over here! I have a plan.
Katana seizes control of the subway train because, well, we need to rip off that scene from the first movie where the Kurgan drives around terrorizing McCloud's girlfriend. Apparently that part from the first movie they remembered. Anyway, I guess in the future subway cars will be able to go 400 miles per hour. Remember, folks, at any time your subway conductor could lose his mind and make the train go so fast it'll cover the train in lightning and somehow propel you and everything inside backwards at lethal velocity.
Last stop.
Somehow Katana knows exactly where McCloud is and starts taunting him as he's paying his respects to somebody.
Ashes to ashes. Dust to dust. If you don't take it out and use it, it's going to rust.
I'm talking about my penis. Aren't I?
Remember the golden rule, Highlander. We must never fight on holy ground. And this is holy ground.
What does he care? In the first movie, the superstition against fighting on holy ground actually made sense when we didn't know the origin of the mysterious immortality. But now we know it's all just aliens, and why should they care about Earth religions?
You're not coming back to Zeiss, McCloud.
I never planned to.
Someone actually got paid to write this.
What do you mean?
After all this time, I was ready to kick back, grow old, and die. Then you send those spunks down here. You changed everything. And now I'm back to square one. Immortal. Again.
General Katana's an idiot! Of course McCloud's not gonna go back to Zeist! Who would want to go back to the lone with all his enemies waiting there for him? Even if he was going back, he would have gone back immediately after winning the prize and he could still fight, not 40 years later as an old man, and even if he did do that, you could easily just kill him! He's the one guy you easily defeated the first time you fought! Even Nimrod here figured this out, and you hit him in the face for it! We wouldn't even have a movie if you just stayed at home, played some Nintendo, and let the poor bastard drink himself to death in 2 years. But no! You had to go to Earth and shake his tree. Now you done pissed him off, and yeah, now he wants to kill you. Exiling the guy from Zeist was the nicest thing he could have done for the guy. This movie is... Highlander 2: The Quickening is the smartest sci-fi thriller since Blade Runner.
Here we are, born to be king.